Okay, so instead of a lot being a guaranteed event, like a rock definitively falling on your head on a Tuesday, it is a hazy, energetic region of high potential for a specific topic.
Exactly right.
You might have a probability cloud for profound wealth, or a probability cloud for a major health crisis, or a probability cloud for stepping into a powerful vocation. And for years, maybe decades, that cloud just sits there, dormant in your chart.
A silent wave function.
But how does it turn into a real event?
Well, in traditional astrology, you wait for a timing technique to act as the observer.
Like in quantum physics, where observing the particle fixes its position.
Yes, there are ancient timing systems, like zodiacal releasing, that act as a celestial clock. When that clock strikes and activates the specific period of your life associated with that lot, the timing technique acts as the observer. It collapses the wave function, and that probability cloud crystallizes into a hard, fated external event.
So the clock strikes and boom, you get fired, or boom, you meet your spouse. The event happens to you.
That's the traditional view, yes.
But the neo-Hermetic twist on this is arguably the most empowering part of the entire manuscript. It argues that the celestial clock is not the only observer. You are an observer.
The charioteer has the power of observation.
I love that.
This is where we return to agency. Through gnosis, which is a state of deep, internal, transformative recognition and knowing, the individual can act as the observer of their own chart.
So I can collapse the wave myself.
Exactly. If you do the rigorous internal work, if you recognize the psychological complex or the spiritual lesson that a specific lot represents in your life, your consciousness can collapse that wave function internally before it manifests as a harsh external event.
I want to pause here because this is massive.
Yeah.
Let's invent a hypothetical person to make this concrete. Let's call her Sarah.
Okay, Sarah.
Sarah looks at her chart and sees that she has a heavy probability cloud a lot, indicating a profound crisis regarding her self-worth and her resources.
Yeah.
It's sitting there dormant.
Waiting to activate.
Right. Now, the traditional view says, Sarah, in 5 years, the celestial clock is going to strike. You're going to go bankrupt, and it's going to force you to learn about self-worth. Brace for impact.
They get ready for the crash.
Exactly. But the neo-Hermetic view says, Sarah, you are the observer. If you look at that probability cloud now, if you go to therapy, if you confront your shadow regarding money and your own value, you can collapse that wave function internally.
She integrates the lesson early.
Right. So when the clock strikes in 5 years, what happens?
Well, if she has achieved that gnosis, the event might not need to happen physically at all.
No bankruptcy.
Maybe not. The energy has already been processed by the charioteer. Or if an external event does occur, it happens as a gentle, confirming realization rather than a catastrophic destruction of her life.
She has transmuted fated suffering into conscious wisdom.
It bridges the gap between deterministic fate and modern psychological agency flawlessly.
It honors the ancient structure of the chariot, but it completely elevates the power of the human consciousness holding the reins.